We're going to be going in, or you're going to be meeting the horses. You're going to be meeting our volunteers. And again, welcome and thank you for being here. Some of the ways that you being here is helping us support the farm, and every donation goes directly to the horses, to their food, to the farrier, to the vet. So it's all so important, every little donation. And so other ways to help might be, we have the clothing shed up front. We have the hoof stomp dinner dance that's coming up as well, and that's going to be March 21st up at the Thompson Speed Bowl. So those tickets you can buy online. And we also have, in the spring, we have our fairy tale scavenger hunt coming up as well. So you can come and visit us then. And come and see. You ready to go in? This is Bessie.
Gotta make sure she eats her own food.
That's right.
She can be a little rude sometimes.
A mule? Rude? Come on.
Bessie is our first mule. She is.
Yes, we'll do our best, George.
About 4 or 5 months now. And here is our dear Nahima. Nahima is our blind horse, and all that she's had so many friendships, and each of her friendships, like such as Bessie, helps her with her seeing eye. They're her seeing eye horse. She's a survivor. She came to us through animal control, and she was first with Sakina, and one of the horses there that was her seeing eye horse at first, and Sakina did pass away. So our volunteers here are helping them prep. These are all Nahima and Bessie's supporters. Thank you, everyone. Lizzie, Mandy, Joanne.
Joanne, there you are.
Did we talk about how we got Bessie?
Not yet. Mandy, Papa Burr, Tony, Carol.
Want to tell us a little bit about Bessie?
So Bessie came as an owner surrender. Her owner
Yeah,
actually,
speak up.
So Bessie came as an owner surrender. Her owner actually still volunteers here. Very amazing person. Does everything he possibly can. Always has a pocket full of treats for her, which I find is adorable. Bessie is very loving. She loves hugs. She loves to be scratched. She just loves attention. You can tell that she came from a very loving home. And that's very different from most of our rescues. They come from horrible places. So it was a really big breath of fresh air to have an animal that knew love, and we just continue to love it. So, and she's great. She's a great addition to everyone.
And recently, she's become good friends with Bessie as well.
Nahima.
Nahima has become really
They
good
bonded,
friends.
So I think she feels very protected. So mules and donkeys tend to be protection animals. So I think that's why Nahima really bonded with her, because she feels very safe. Mm-hmm. I think she realizes and thinks that if anything were to happen, that she would help her. So I really think they can sense that in each other. Because she's Nahima can be very temperamental because she's blind, and because she can be overreactive because she can't see. She can kind of see shadows, that's what we assume. She knows our voices, she can just sense everything. Once a horse even gets even a little bit close to her, she knows where they are, she knows where we are. But she's a lot more tolerant with Bessie, honestly. Because Bessie can be a little fresh. like from time to time. She has a big personality, and we're just starting to see that as she gets more comfortable. It does take a little bit, even if they came from a place that was very loving, it does take a bit for them to get comfortable in a new space and really kind of have their personality shine. So we're definitely seeing she's a little more spunky than we thought. So, but she's still very sweet.
All right.
Oh, speak of the
Welcome.
devils,
Yeah.
you're here.
This is our,
Yep.
yeah. She was just talking about one of our volunteers who keeps coming and visiting. Yes. she was
Bessie's owner.
Bessy's
Yeah.
previous owner. Yep.
How you doing,
Both
Jim?
of them actually. They're,
Welcome.
how are
Okay.
you guys? That's good.
All right. So welcome to our barn. We're all dressed up.
We're here. Let's see if we can get you closer.
Ta-da! Come on in.
Hi everybody, my name is Allie, I'm a volunteer here. Here we have a heart table, we'll be taking donations all night. If by chance you do fall in love with a horse, you can sponsor a horse at all different levels. All donations go towards directly to the Burr Inn, which is a 501(c) nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoy your evening.
So these are all like giving you this heart and donating.
Who else is in? Okay. We're
Let's see who's next.
Good evening. Thanks everybody for coming, seeing our rescue and seeing how the horses come to their dinner. Jim, you need to move.
okay. Come on.
I've got to make sure I'm out of the way because they will run me down.
It says, yeah.
You're sweet.
I'll lock that gate too while you're.
So this is Devlin.
Devlin comes in, he's eating his dinner right now. They all know where to go in their stalls. It doesn't take a new horse very, very long to figure out where they find their food. As you saw, Rollo walked right through the barn, right to his stall, which is on the other side of the barn. They all have a special diet. Each horse gets something different. Devlin doesn't have too many teeth left, so everybody gets water in their grain as well. It's a little bit easier just to give everybody water. And it's good for them because the more water they get, the better able, like people, to digest their meal. Grain is always a hard pelleted thing, so wetting it is perfect. Well, the big horses should be coming in.
Okay.
Unless Whitney wants to talk about Rolla.
Okay. So
Here they come.
we're gonna be.
They're coming.
The horses are starting to come in.
So the trail horses are going to come into their place.
Exciting.
Sometimes they see this is a decorated barn today, so they see the decorations and they're like, what's going on here? They get used to it quite easily and quite quickly.
So this is Zapper. And over here we have Traveler. And
You
here's
want to talk about Traveler?
Freedom.
This right here is Traveler. He came to us about 10 years ago. He's very sensitive in his head. He doesn't really like you to touch it. I'm so out of breath because I just chased another horse. But he's a very sweet guy, just considering all the PTSD he has. all the stories I've heard about him. He's very sweet to me. When I'm in there, I'm picking his hooves, I'm grooming him. He is very sweet to me. He lets me do whatever. And he's best friends with Freedom over here. I guess they're actually boyfriend and girlfriend. I just learned that today.
They're very fond of each other.
Yeah. She's about 10 years older than him. She's a retired racehorse. You can see her eating her food. And actually in the mornings, when I feed her because it's so cold, she usually doesn't even finish her food because she takes too long and it freezes. So we have to save it for her for later in the heated garage. But hopefully tonight she'll eat it. She looks very hungry. They're all probably very hungry because we made them wait a little bit more for the live stream. But their stalls are right next to each other, which is good because they really love each other. They're best buddies. She's... Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. This is Zaffer.
Here we have Zaffer, which is short for Zaffer Blue, which he was named because of the brilliant light blue of his eyes. Because of that, he has to have special protection in the sun. As you can see, all of our horses are dressed for the weather tonight in their outdoor coats. For those of you that don't know, we practice the Mustang Method with our trail herd. Zaffer, Traveler, Katie, Freedom, also Spirit, Maeve, and Gandalf. The Mustang Method means that they are out on the trail as much as possible together in a herd, and that's for their well-being. Zaffer came to us, we've had him a few years. He's 24 years old. He had been abandoned twice, and then the rescuers that brought him to us wanted a permanent home for him, and so luckily we were able to provide that.
We're going to come around the corner. We're going to go hang out with Rollo for a moment.
Here's Rollo. He is one of our newer residents. He's been here less than a year. He came to us in October with Kalua, who you will meet shortly, or you might have met her already. They came to us as an owner surrender from a loving owner that just couldn't care for them anymore. And Rollo has navicular disease in his hoof, which means the navicular bone on his right front hoof gets inflamed and is painful. So because we were able to purchase a red light therapy device, we're able to treat his navicular disease so he's more comfortable and he can go out and hang out with his best friend Devlin.
Good evening, Pat. Pat Dallas is on.
Okay.
Rollo is a 28-year-old who has a history of show riding, and his navicular disease over the years prevented him from being able to do much, and so he's just a lovely addition to the family here.
Well, I agree. He's such a
Sweet.
sweetheart.
A lot of people really get along well with Rollo. An interesting fact about him, I don't know if you can see from this angle, but on the right side of his neck is a white spot. And when we first had him come in, he was covered in these white spots, and then they started to disappear. And so with a little bit of research, we discovered that they are just a pigmentation of the hair called bird catcher spots, named after the first horse that had them. And so it's not a disease, it's nothing wrong with him, it is just a funny thing that his coat does throughout the year based on the seasons. So sometimes he's polka dot and sometimes he's not. Here's all the love that Rollo has had this season. Thank you all for your donations, helping care for Rollo and all the other horses here.
There we are. burrinn.org. You can contact us and check out everything that's going on with the farm, all the events, different ways to help us on the farm, different ways to sponsor horses. We're always looking for sponsors for the horses as well. We've been a rescue for over 10 years now. We're very proud of that.
He never goes right back in. Takes the time.
All right, we're watching. This is, we call it the mini herd. We got our 2 donkeys, and we've got Kaya and Kalua. And Lick is over there as well. So we have one of our volunteers talking about Kaya and Kalua.
They are miniature horses. We got them January 28th. They are friendly, lovable. They are best friends. They're easy to pick their hoofs. They're lovable, gentle. I adore volunteering here.
Mackenzie, this is one of our volunteers who's,
I'm a Penn Foster student, and
she's
I volunteer for school purposes, and I learned so much. It's an amazing opportunity to learn hands-on before my externship. It's an amazing opportunity. I can't express to you guys enough how much we appreciate everything we do for these horses, so we can advocate for them and make sure that they can have a nice little lovely retirement, have at least over 12 volunteers that love on all these animals.
That's right, that's right. And it helps the volunteers as well. We have our volunteers, when we,
It's great therapy. It's good for you.
when we help these horses, our own lives become transformed.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
So, and Mackenzie will be the
I will
first one to
absolutely
say,
be the one to tell you your life
Yeah.
will change once you start
Yes.
working with these animals in the best way possible. I can't express that enough, that these animals mean everything to me and to everyone here.
they're beautiful. Thank you so
Of
much
course,
for being here.
it's an honor to be a volunteer here.
Yep, we're lucky to have you.
So it's just a great place to like spend some time, and you get that Zen moment in the hayloft. And Kalua,
This
she's
is-
blind in one
I was
eye.
going to mention she's blind in one eye, on her right eye, I believe. Yep.
Yep.
And I'm going to bring you your food, love. You ready?
She came with Rolo. And she was also very well cared for and loved. She was an owner surrender. She blended right in really, really nicely. And these 2 became buddies right away. So it was so easy to just help them. Because when we get the new rescues, it's not always easy to blend in with the herd. Sometimes they have to be quarantined. Sometimes they don't get along with everyone that's in the herd already. So we have to make sure that they are safe before they get integrated with the other horses. And so Kalua with Rolo really did very nicely.
It certainly is, Eleanor.
Here's all the supporters for Kaya and Kalua. Thank you, everyone, again, every
Bless
dollar
your hearts for
that you spend. Yes. Yep. It's because of you that we are able to be here and continuing the rescue over the last 10 years. It's because of you and all the volunteers that we're able to take such good care of these animals.
easy to groom and stuff. They're just such good girls.
Do you want to do that first and then?
Yeah, no, I can do the donkeys.
Oh, you're talking about donkeys? Oh.
Hi, so here we have Cedar. He is our mini donkey, and then we have Aspen, who's our standard donkey. So we have these 2 guys who came together a few years ago. Cedar's about 20 years old. and he and Aspen came. They pretty much just hung out in a field for a while, so they didn't really know how to interact with people, so it took them a while to get used to us petting them and even putting their blankets and halters on. Cedar's very cute, very snuggly, very fluffy right now. He's also dirty because him and Aspen are rolling in the mud, so they're enjoying that the snow is melting. They don't appreciate the snow as much as the horses do. Cedar, when he came, he would just come up right behind you and nudge you with his face. He always just wanted to be pet. We just didn't want to have anything put on him, but he's come a long way from that. Very sweet.
And here's all the supporters for Cedar.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Some of these names I'm seeing come across the screen as the ones who are watching. Very nice.
And then over here's Aspen. See, he's also been rolling around in the mud today. So Aspen's a little bit more shy than Cedar is. It's taking him a little bit longer to let us pet him and do things, but he's also come a really long way too. You know, it took a very long time for us to be able to put blankets, halters, same thing with him. Now he lets us brush him and decorate him for the events. He is probably our loudest equine that we have. He makes it very known when he's hungry. He usually yells after his dinner because he's ready for treats. And then he is younger than Cedar. He's about late teens.
Good to see you again, Kathy. Good to have you with us.
Look at how handsome he is. Here's all our supporters.
Hasn't started yelling at us yet,
Nope.
but he will.
That's right.
He's learned to like the attention too, so he's looking around seeing what's going on. And then over here we have Licorice. She's been here for a while. She's about in her 20s, early 20s, late teens, I think early 20s. She was rescued from a kill pen. She gets along with just about every horse. Since she's been here for a while, she gets paired with a lot of the newer horses. And all the horses love her. She's very popular. Very funny. She's a spicy girl. She's also very sweet too. She's fun to groom. She's also kind of like a toddler. You know, she doesn't want her coats put on, so she gives a little run show for that. So once you catch her, she's easy to do things with. Lots of energy. She loves treats, so she's always checking everybody's pockets for treats.
So now we're going to be coming to our Heavenly Herd, sponsored by our barn cat Ruckus.
He has a job here like everyone else.
That's right. And these are the horses that have passed in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
This is quite a beautiful display created by one of our volunteers. And
Yep, leading up the stairs, we have pictures and the names and some of the manes or tail hair from the horses that have left over the last 10 years. There are 12 of them, and they are still receiving love on the other side of the Rainbow Bridge. Nobody likes talking about the hard part of running an animal rescue, which is having to say goodbye. And while we're all so lucky to be able to help out as many horses as we can, unfortunately they are not immortal. So sometimes we say goodbye after managing disease or injury, and we're
a little more prepared. Sometimes things happen and there's no way to tell that a horse is going to leave us. So all of these horses hold a special place in our hearts, and we remember them as part of the journey that the rescue has taken. Coming up, we have a memorial in March for Mr. Bojangles, who is the most recent resident that has left us.
Here's Mr. Bo.
Yep.
We love Mr. Bo.
Yes, if you are free, if you remember Mr. Bo and you want to come say goodbye, you are welcome to come to the memorial. It's listed on our Facebook events and on our webpage. Some of you who have been supporting the sanctuary for many years might recognize some of these names from the past. And it is bittersweet to say goodbye, but when we do say goodbye, we have more room to open up to other animals in need.
Okay. So now we are going to come over to Katie, another one of our volunteers.
Good
who is
evening, everyone.
so
My name's
valuable.
Vanessa. I've been here, volunteer here for a little over a year now. With me is my friend Katie. She's one of our herd leaders. She is a 30-year-old American paint mare.
Very nice. Vanessa is a very valuable volunteer. She
Thank you.
Did you have horse knowledge,
None.
Yeah, just like many of us, we come here because we want something different, and you don't need horse experience to be a volunteer. You're valuable. We are always looking for volunteers. We're here 7 days a week, morning shift and evening shift. So if you're interested in that, there's always information online. Here's the supporters for Katie. A lot of love given to these girls and boys.
Many think, well, I don't know anything about horses, so I can't volunteer here. I didn't know if a horse had fur or was stuffed with feathers. I didn't know. I had no idea anything about horses when I started here, but I've come to learn a lot about them and really appreciate them.
Yeah, did we? All right, we talked about that one. So we're going to step outside here now, and we're going to go hang out with Rowan. Rowan is quite popular with the hearts this evening. He's got a lot of supporters.
Rowan's the man.
Got another horse to introduce you guys to, and this time I'm not out of breath from chasing another one, so I'll have a bit more to say. This is Rowan. In less than a week, he will have been here for 4 years. He was an owner surrender, and he has heaves, which is kind of like horse asthma. One of the first days I was here, I was actually the first to arrive. I was still in training. I didn't really know anything. And I just hear this very human cough. Because I'm like, what the heck is going on? Is somebody else here? Because I didn't know. He sounds like how your dad probably sounds when he coughs. And he wants to go back to his food. He's a very sweet boy. The first thing I learned about him, the first thing anyone told me was that he was a bully. But I think one of the beautiful things about volunteering here is that I don't agree with that, because we all get our own individual relationships with the horses, and I really love this one. This guy, him and his two buddies, Devlin and Rolo, they're some of my absolute favorites. They're very quickly becoming my favorites, my best buddies. And I think that's the reason that you guys should volunteer if you're considering it, because the experience is unmatched. It's beautiful. You get to make friends. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to make friends?
And why did you come here, Emery?
I had some free time because I got an injury, so I wasn't working as much. And I found an ad for the Burr Inn on Facebook, and I was like, this sounds really cool. Because when I was a kid, when I was growing up until I was like 8 or 9, I rode horses, and I loved being around them. So I thought it would be cool to be around them again, but this time in like a care sense, because I'm starting to really care about things like that. Like, that's what I'm studying right now, so it just seemed like something I'd really like to do. And I was right. On my first day, all I did was scoop poop, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else. I was freezing. I was not ready for how cold it was going to be, because this was about 2 months ago. I did not care. I just wanted to be around him. It was really cool. All of his hearts are over here. He's got a lot of them.
Rowan is the, he needed a lot of space for all his hearts.
He's a popular guy.
Okay.
A lot of support for these ones.
Yep. Watch the drip. And here we have Spirit.
Good evening. This is Spirit. These are our hard-working horses. I should say, maybe not. Everybody's hard-working here. I'm Cynthia, founder of Burr Inn. Thank you for sharing your love. Thank you for showing us all the love that you have to give. Spirit's gonna do a close-up, I guess. So Spirit was
Macro.
he's an off-the-track thoroughbred, so he's a racehorse. He won some money, and then when he hurt himself or got hurt or couldn't win any money, they gave him away. Unfortunately, the kill buyers were going to take him away, but he's now our herd leader. He's pretty special. He's messing with Maeve because Maeve's not done with her dinner, and he is. So we'll just move that down a little bit. So he's our herd leader. He helps the herd behave, and he tells them where to go and how to go and what to be. He's gonna be very close up in your face. Echo. So he's a good boy. He's an off-the-track thoroughbred. He's a big boy. These are the big horses in here. They have a bigger area, a bigger stall. He is hurt. He does have a leg that is got some lymphedema in it, which is a collection of fluids that has a hard time getting out. But we do red light therapy on him. With your help, we did buy a red light therapy device. We do that on him, and it has helped him a lot. You wouldn't know because he still runs around like a racehorse. But he is very personable. When he came here, he was hurt and not happy. He had a hard time.
He was a beast.
So he's become very lovable now. But he is a thoroughbred.
He looks like a thoroughbred.
Yeah, and his friend over here is
Handsome man.
Is Maeve. Maeve is a Dutch harness horse, which is a kind of a rare breed. He is so in your face. So Maeve's a Dutch harness horse. She pulled a buggy for quite some time. She came with road shoes on. She clearly has slowed down. She also was a broodmare, so they had bred her for some time. But she's a very pretty horse, and she and Spirit have a love-hate relationship, especially when there's food involved. But she's a Dutch harness horse, so she was a working horse at one point in time, pulling a carriage, pulling a buggy. She's a really good girl. She's been here about almost two years now. She's a little bit shy. She had a hard time acclimating for a little bit, but she's really becoming quite soft and nice now. She likes to come up to people and say hi. She's really beautiful. She's a lot of fun. But she's also a big horse. I mean, you can see how big they are by how tall I am. So I'm 5'6", and she's She's a big horse. I think Spirit's a little bit taller than her. Come through here, Jim will. Gandalf.
If you'll let me out of the way. Okay, here we go.
So Gandalf is even bigger. He's Gandalf is a Belgian draft horse. He's also a retired plow horse. Probably pulled some heavy equipment at one point in time. He's a good boy. He's really tall, so you see how tall he is compared to me, and so he's got to be 6 feet tall up here. But he's a gentle giant. That's what they call these big draft horses, a gentle giant. He's a Belgian, so that's his breed, and that breed is used quite often in as a workhorse or a draft horse, what they call a draft horse. He's came with Maeve. He's been here almost 2 years as well. It took us approximately 2 weeks to even be able to catch him. So he had a hard time thinking that people were kind and nice. But he's very lovable now, and he's eating his mush. Like I said before, every horse has wet food when they come in and eat. We wet their grain for them. He's got some big feet.
And you give some of your horses the extra calories through alfalfa.
Yeah, some of the horses get alfalfa, which is extra calories. Alfalfa has a lot of protein in it and some energy. So the older horses with few teeth, or the ones that need to gain some weight, do get an extra alfalfa on top of the grain meal that they get. And they get unlimited hay. Unlimited hay. Always have hay in front of them. So our hay bill is quite exorbitant this year. And if you notice, I don't know how some of your winters are, but our winter here is pretty challenging. So usually when we have this event, the horses don't have blankets on, but every horse in this barn has a blanket on right now, except for maybe the 3 mini girls who are quite plump. So they all have their blankets on to help them maintain their weight and not put so much energy into keeping their weight on. So they're warm under here. Is there any questions before we ask? They have quite a few hearts up on the wall.
These are all the behind
all the
us.
love that you've shown up here on the wall.
So
We
this
hung them
is
high.
Yep, because they're so tall. That we've got Maeve, and in the middle is Gandalf supporters, and then we have Spirit on the left. Lots of love given to these animals. Thank you again.
We appreciate all your support, all your help, and sharing the love with us. To be able to do what we do, we have to have a lot of love surrounding. And we are all 100% volunteer based, and all of our donations go right to the care of the horses. So thank you for that. We appreciate that. To do what we do and to spend all the time and energy to care for these horses appropriately, that's thanks to you and everybody who supports us. Well, Maeve's gonna come say hi. No, she's gonna. So thank you for joining us. I hope you learned a little bit. I hope you see what we do and appreciate what we do, and join us again or come in person. We like that too.
Yep.
With our fundraisers and our events.
And check us out at one of our events. We've got the Hoof Stomp Dinner Dance coming up.
Hoof Stomp is a lot of fun.
The Hoof Stomp Dinner Dance is March 21st, starting at 6 p.m. at the Thompson Speedway. You can buy tickets online. It is, you have to buy tickets ahead of time. And our open house, our next open house is going to be the Fairy Tale Scavenger Hunt, and that's going to be in April, and that's a fun event for the kids, but adults can come as well. We will have, you can meet the horses and walk around the property and check out our Fairy Tale Trail out back. And that's daytime.
They're all good horses.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. They're gonna come out and we're gonna just check in with our with one of our
With our
volunteers,
coordinator.
with our coordinator. We had a wonderful coordinator this year helping us pull this together. Allie, our friend Allie.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good boy.
Hey, buddy.
There's Devlin again.
Mighty Devlin.
Handsome man.
So here we are with our coordinator of the event, Allie, and if not for Allie, this event wouldn't have been so as successful, as well as everybody else who came and helped us decorate and whatnot.
And beautiful, the barn is
And beautiful. That's right, all volunteer again. Yes. So
Yeah, we honestly can't do it without your support. So every little bit helps, whether it's time you're able to donate through volunteering, or $5 here and there, or even clothes. We accept clothes and blankets and towels and drop it off at the donation shed. We appreciate any way you can help. So thank you for your support.
okay. With that, I think we're going to say goodbye. Take good care, and thank you for being here.
Thanks for sharing the love.
Thank
Always a
you.
good thing.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Good night.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good night, everyone.
Okay?